BCS crew, we're here with episode 20, the college football edition, week 0. I'm your host, Nathaniel Crook. I'm here with Skip Agee, Grayson Hendricks, and, football season's upon us. I'm so excited to start making picks, talking about games. None of this, it's still predictions, but we're actually going to see it in real time. So we have our blue-collar game of the week we're going to save for last. It's probably not what many are expecting, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, we got some, Stetson. Me and him collaborated on some notes, but he got the meat of it. I'm gonna give the dog a bone. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
He did good right there. And Grayson doesn't know the games we're talking about tonight, so stay tuned.
So if you want a guy with no bias in any of this, go with Grayson.
Go with me. I'll tell you, no biasness here.
But to kick things off, we're gonna start with the game in Dublin, Ireland.
Yep.
Probably where college game day is gonna be.
Yes.
North Carolina and TCU. Obviously, we know how that game turned out last year. TCU literally dog-walked North Carolina, the opening for Bill Belichick. It was a very rude awakening. It was a bad first impression, long story short.
It was terrible.
I mean, it was awful. I mean, North Carolina looked exactly how their season went. Very inconsistent, showed no life. It didn't bring the spark that North Carolina hoped that Bill Belichick would bring to North Carolina. The whole 33rd NFL team really died after the TCU game last year. But obviously, TCU's kind of in a different shape and form right now. Josh Hoover's not there, but, are we good to go ahead and get in the nitty-gritty?
Yeah, we are. I was going to say this is a completely different team than we saw last year's TCU team. Like you said, Josh Hoover's gone. They still have a few key pieces.
They lost their safety.
Yeah.
He busted up the receiver.
Yep.
Beat him and got kicked off. And that safety, his name's slipping my mind, but very high producer.
Yeah. But just before we get into our predictions, I do not expect this game to go the way it did last year. Just to get that out.
You expect to see.
I expect a better competition.
Do you expect a better North Carolina or a worse TCU?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. I was kind of on the same track.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of worse TCU.
Worse TCU?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I today watched some Jaden Craig, the Harvard transfer. Jaden Craig from Harvard. Dude, he's got that little Mahomes release point. Kind of low, kind of sidearm. Yeah. Not going to say he's going to be great, but I will say this. I mean, their coach, was it Sonny Dykes?
Yeah, Sonny Dykes.
He came out and was like, Josh Hoover was great when he wasn't turning the ball over. I mean, called him out right then and there. They bring in a quarterback. Granted, it was Harvard. Yes. The level of competition is not the same.
Agreed.
But he had 2,900 yards, 25 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions. Yeah. So the ratio's there. So they got somebody that's going to take care of the football.
That's exactly was one thing I was on when I was reading his stats is the 25 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Like that's one thing that you said. Sonny Dykes said that Josh Hoover had the touchdown, the interception or turnover.
He was a boomer bust guy at TCU.
So I think this is one guy that won't go for the big shot every time. You know what I mean? He's a guy at Harvard. I mean he's got the brain. He's got the brain. So I think he'll play out this well. Like I said, I don't know too much about Jaden Craig just due to the fact that he played at Harvard. I don't think anyone's watching Harvard. But like I said, I've heard a lot of good things, so I do expect him to come out and play decent.
Like you said, he's going to be a cerebral guy. Yeah. And also at the same time, like we said, the highs won't be as high with him, I would expect, as it was with Hoover.
Yeah.
But the lows may not be as low. Also, Jordan Dwyer, 54 receptions, 730 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's going to be an avid target for Jaden Craig.
Yep.
I mean, in North Carolina, man, I thought at least Bill Belichick would bring a good, consistent defense to North Carolina. Did not see that last year.
Steve Belichick, is he there?
Yes, but remember?
Oh, he's in trouble.
No, he's not in trouble. I think it was a health concern.
He got in trouble.
Because he actually had a good defense going on at Washington.
He did, and I mean, he had the NFL experience. Yeah. As well. So, I mean, like I said, bringing Belichick to North Carolina, I think is more of a publicity stunt. Like, because North Carolina's they're waiting for basketball season. Yeah. That's what I do anyways.
Yeah.
But, bringing Bill Belichick, it gave North Carolina hope, and that was zapped last year through week 1. And like I said, I'm on the same wavelength as you. They just named a quarterback, Billy Edwards Jr. I watched his, highlights. Mm-hmm. I saw his stats, and I was like, oh, my gosh. We were talking about they had an A&M transfer.
Yeah.
And we're like, why did you not give the nod to him? But I went a little deeper. Yeah. Okay. Good build. Obviously good enough to get an opportunity at A&M. Familiarity with the offensive coordinator that we have in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't win the job. What does that say about him? You have familiarity. You have the size. Yeah. You had the status. He must, Billy Edwards is seasoned. He's played at Wisconsin. He's played at Maryland. His best season was at Maryland in 2024 when they had Tay Felton. and he was able to produce and get the ball out and make some decent plays. I'm not saying he's going to be great for North Carolina, but he may be stable, more stable than Gio Lopez. He gives me more of a North Carolina quarterback vibe.
And I really hope this doesn't turn into a situation where it was last year, where they were playing two quarterbacks again.
Dude, it was literally like a different quarterback every single week, it felt like.
Like, I hope this isn't that situation where they named Billy Edwards Jr. the quarterback, and then, like you were saying, the quarterback, too, who's been with the system. I hope he not necessarily doesn't get a chance, but doesn't mess up the rotation.
They were so dead set on having Gio Lopez last year, and it just didn't fit.
Yeah.
It just didn't fit. And I think Gio Lopez can do fine at Wake Forest.
I do too.
It just didn't fit at North Carolina.
Yeah.
I thought Max Johnson was more our guy, but we wanted to jump around and, give it to Gio, not give Max, and then let Max play, then take him out. Like, we were going between the two. And then the year before, it was everybody who could throw a football was playing quarterback.
Yeah.
That was pre-Belichick.
Yeah.
But I think this can give North Carolina some stability.
Yeah.
Demon June, that's a guy you were really excited on, like right here. But, I mean, he really came on more towards the end of the year. The touchdowns wasn't there, but he was moving the ball. And that's all North Carolina, what it's going to come down to is how much has their defense improved and how well can they control the clock. So can Billy Edwards be a game manager, get the ball where it needs to go, take care of the football? Can Demon June get about 4 or 5 yards to carry? Just something, 3.5, 4 or 5. I mean, just be consistent, get in third and short situations.
I agree.
And then Jordan Shipp, I love Jordan Shipp. I'm so glad we have him back for another year. That'll really help. Like I said, Billy Edwards' best year was with a guy like Tay Felton. Yeah. Not saying Jordan Shipp is Tay Felton, but, I mean, he's a good returning receiver. And then we also bring in Mason Humphrey from Lehigh, 35 receptions, 651, 4 touchdowns. Yeah. So, I mean, I do think this is going to be a good game. I'm going to pick North Carolina just for my fandom. Yeah. But I expect TCU 7.5 point favorites, and I think they do cover, though.
I'll give my Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to cover.
But I'm going to go North Carolina. That's my team. It's week 1 or week 0.
Yep.
Hope for the season. North Carolina's my pick.
So I'm not high on North Carolina. I really love their running back. Like you said, I'm high on him. He was a freshman last year, so he's coming into his sophomore year. He's the clear-cut RB1 here. He was the RB1 last year, but
towards the end of
the season, you know what I'm saying? And he's an aggressive runner. Like, he's a guy that gets downhill and he runs hard. So I'm really high on him. I expect.
Demon June. Yeah, you got that name. You're going to be good.
Like, I expect him to be in the 150 to 200 carries by the end of the year range.
Yeah, I think they're going to spam it.
And I expect him to be. I mean, I could see him in the 1,000 yards by the end of the year.
I think they're going to feed him, and I think Jordan Shipp's a really good one. And if we can get anything from Humphrey, I know he was at Lehigh, so it's a conference change. But I really feel like the North Carolina team, it's not looking like you don't know what you're going to get. Yeah. And if we can just take care of the football, control the clock, and go out there and play some decent defense. But I do love Jaden Craig. Yeah. So it's really hard for me to pick against TCU, but I'm going to do it.
I'm going to take my Big 12 team. I think that's one conference I watched a lot last year and throughout. So I'm going to take Big 12.
Well-coached team, too.
Well-coached team, but I'm really high on Jeremy Payne. He was their running back last year. We saw it 110 carries, 623 yards with 5 touchdowns.
So do you think you have them covering?
I have them covering.
And winning?
Yes.
Same. Yeah, I already said mine.
Yeah. But like I said, I do expect this to be a well-matched game than it was last year, but I do expect them to win and cover the spread.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't hate that. I just took North Carolina as week 0.
Yeah.
Some hope.
Yeah. And it's Dublin, Ireland. Anything could happen.
I mean, yeah. Hey, Florida State knocked off what? DJ?
No, it was Boston College knocked off.
DJ.
No.
Florida State.
No.
DJ Ugalele or whatever played for Boston College.
No, he didn't.
Okay, let's just forget what we just said right there. Cut it.
Yeah,
Somebody
it's
got
late
upset.
and not. Somebody had to work.
Yes, it was Boston.
Dude, somebody had to work. We all worked.
No, Georgia Tech beat somebody.
Florida State.
Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. There we go.
It was either
because DJ played and he was at Florida State.
Yeah. Yeah. Georgia Tech beat Florida State.
Boom.
Yes. That's what happened.
All right. So and that was one of the better games that we've seen.
That was a good game.
So yeah.
That was supposed to be. That was like a huge upset. Then turned out Florida State was trash.
Yes.
But going forward, we have a snooze fest. San Jose State versus USC. USC is favored by 38.5. Before even getting into this, I think USC wins, but they don't cover.
I mean, that is like 30.5 points, though.
Dude, but San Jose State, bro.
They're going to keep their starters in there?
Dude, they have Luke Weaver starting. No hate to Luke Weaver, who's 2-0 at Hawaii, but, dude, he's a senior, and he only has 628 passing yards at FBS. I just don't think it looks good. I mean, even the stats that Stetson has provided on here, nobody pops off the page for San Jose State.
Yeah, no.
And, I mean, I just said they don't cover, just to at least try to have a little bit of balls about it.
Yeah.
But,
I'll
dude,
go ahead and give
USC,
you,
that offense is going to be humming. They're going to go fast. Maiava, King Miller, Waymond Jordan. I mean, dude, amongst others, I mean, they're going to – Tanuk Hines, who I am high on, was a freshman last year, had 34 receptions, 561 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Check out our top 25 rankings. Yep. I'm pretty high on him. So yeah,
I think USC crushes this game. I think they crush the line and everything. I fully expect USC to blow the doors off San Jose State.
Like 53-0.
I wouldn't say 53-0, but I'd expect – I don't know. They're blowing them off, and I could. Whoa!
Whoa! What do you mean by that?
No.
Can we get a pause on this?
I've never heard that.
I could see San Jose State maybe getting a field goal or a touchdown, but I think USC crushes them.
What do you got?
I mean, come on! Like, this one's just a gimme. Like, this.
But are they covering or not?
Yeah,
they'll cover.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm changing. I'm gonna jinx it so they don't.
So all three they cover.
All right, fine. I'm switching. San Jose State wins.
No. It doesn't even matter to me right there.
I wouldn't even place a bet on this game.
But I really do like if USC can get off to a hot start, like get their offense rolling in this game, I think it can roll over into weeks 2 and 3.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, I guess.
I agree. It's a good warm-up game.
Yeah.
They're going out there and playing the middle school.
Yeah, I mean,
but we've seen crazy. Hey, Idaho about beat Oregon last year.
Right.
So, that is true.
Never say never, but I do think USC slaps, but I don't know if they cover. Then next, probably one of the bigger games.
My favorite game of the week.
I mean, you got
Same here.
NC State and at Virginia. Not an ACC matchup. No. Not classified as ACC matchup. UVA is favored by 5.5 points. Do you want to start it off? You want me to roll?
I'll start it off. I'll let you talk through some of the players, but I'm taking NC State to win this game.
Yeah. Oh, really?
After he just glazed Perbula for like 10 minutes.
What the heck? What's going on?
Hey, that was off camera.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in CJ Bailey in this offense. I think NC State will win this game. I think it'll be close. I could see NC State winning it off a field goal late in the fourth quarter.
Can you see NC State losing?
Yes. I also could see that, but I'm higher on NC State than I am Virginia. I love the proven quarterback. Yes, I said I love Bo Perbula, but we didn't see a full season of him.
Yeah, so but you said he was proven. You said, he's a proven quarterback.
Yeah, 11 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Yeah. That really moves.
So, but a guy it could be a sneaky one in there. I'll let Crook go off on him a little bit. Peyton Lewis, Virginia's running back, transfer from Tennessee.
I mean, big body guy. I mean, 7 touchdowns. I mean, that's crazy. He was a goal line guy. Yeah. Everybody said he ran like 22, 23 miles per hour in the offseason. Never saw it on the field. But kick return, he returned a lot of kicks for us. Yeah. I hope he gets back on his feet there. I was really rooting for him at Tennessee. I'm going to continue to root for him at Virginia. Yeah. I think the only holdup for me in this game is Tony Elliott at Virginia, the head coach. Mm-hmm. He's, another guy that coached at Clemson, defensive coordinator. Had the defense humming down there too. Yeah. And I expect it to be the same way at Virginia. And, he's really rebuilt that program. Yeah. I mean, they were not very good. He gets there and, they were in the ACC championship game last year. Yeah. With that being said, I am still going to go with NC State. Ooh. I really like C.J. Bailey. I love Victor Snow, the Buffalo transfer. He had 815 yards and 8 touchdowns last year. You got Dozer coming back, 448 yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah. Jaden Scott. I mean, I just feel like NC State's one of those teams that's kind of trending up. Yep. Even though the last year, C.J. Bailey really produced and showed that as a 19-year-old could go out there and compete. He's getting a lot of first-round love. Yeah. Kind of gives me Lenore Seller vibe, though. Yeah. I don't fully trust it, but I feel good about it. Perbula, dude, it's just hard for me there. I think he's a tough player, good runner. I don't think this game really defines each one of their seasons.
Nope.
Especially since it's not an ACC game considered an ACC matchup. But it'll be a good thing to see if NC State's for real going into Vanderbilt. Yeah,
it really is. And a key worry for me is the 9 interceptions to 11 touchdowns. Like, it was a limited fashion. Yeah, Missouri, it's going to be different now because he's been in this Virginia offense the whole offseason.
I like Bo Perbula too.
I do. But I think I'm just, like you said, NC State's offense, they love to throw the ball. I mean, we saw it with C.J. Bailey's stats, 3K, 25 touchdowns. But don't sleep on their run game. This is a team who can run. Jaden Scott, over 100 carries.
C.J. Bailey can run. Yes. I mean, they have multiple rushing threats. Yeah. And, dude, Bo Perbula, for me, man, it's just like Virginia last year. Why did they do so well? Chandler Morris,
Mm-hmm.
your TCU guy, could get the ball out and move it around. Bo Pribula, I don't know if I feel that way about him. I mean, I hope it kind of pans out for him. I really don't know how Virginia's favored by 5.5 just over last season hangover. I really do think NC State, on paper, looks like the better team to me. Like I said, I haven't dove into the defense. NC State may have the worst defense in the country. Virginia may have the best. But I'm taking NC State.
Yeah.
I've just seen a lot on Virginia where they're supposed to be up there in the ACC and like they're a potential dark horse like ACC winner. But just for the storyline and just for wanting it to be a big matchup in week 3, I'm going to take NC State.
Okay. So
NC State around the board.
Yeah, NC State around the board. And this is a game, it could go either way. But like you were saying, I don't think this impacts how their season plays out.
And, one more thing just to throw out there with Virginia, Pribula, if Peyton Lewis is their lead back and you got Pribula in the backfield too, that read option could be pretty deadly. I mean, Peyton Lewis is a tough runner. Bo Pribula, he's a tough runner too. Yeah. So they could control the clock, and I expect Tony Elliott to have a good defense. If they're able to control the clock and, make your field goals, take care of the ball, they could win an ugly game. But I feel like if it's a high-scoring game, NC State all day. Like I said, if Virginia's able to control the clock, take care of the football, and make the layups, they can win this game. That's the only way I see it happening.
So before we get into our huge game, I'm just going to throw 2 other side pieces out here.
Yep.
So we got Hawaii at Stanford, with Stanford being the 5.5 favorite.
And I think that's crazy. I think Stanford's absolutely terrible, and I think Hawaii's a Group of 6 contender.
What?
This year.
Wow.
Micah Alejandro or
Alejado.
Dude, he was a freshman last year at Miami, can sling the rock. I'm so high on Hawaii this year.
Yeah.
I think Hawaii pulls up. I don't know I guess it would be considered an upset since they are underdogs.
Yeah.
But I'm smashing Hawaii, and I just really feel bad because we've talked about luck on the pod correcting Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
They bring in was it Davis Warren, quarterback from Michigan?
Yeah.
I just don't know, man. I still think they're trying to find their footing. They had an interim head coach last year. They're bringing in a first year. I think they're on the right track of getting things corrected, but they haven't been the same since Shaw left, David Shaw.
Yeah. I think, like you were saying, I think Stanford's on the right track, but I'm with you. I'm not with you on the Hawaii being one of the Group of 6s, but
that's kind of.
I am on the verge of Hawaii winning this game. So I think Hawaii wins this game. Another field goal winner, I think. I think this is going to be another one that comes down to a field goal.
I feel like if it's an ugly game, Stanford's got the dub because that's how they're going to have to win games. But I feel like Hawaii is going to come out there and sling the rock. I really love their quarterback.
I think this game is going to be won by more than a field goal, either team. Like I'm not calling a blowout, but I'm saying 2 touchdowns.
I got
Hawaii.
Stanford.
By 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
So they cover for you. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. That's me taking a shot, but I really do like their quarterback.
So, and then another one, before we get into our Blue Collar Sports Game of the Week, New Mexico State at Florida State. The line is Florida State by 31.5.
Man, really? It's that high?
I sure hope Florida State wins. I mean, you don't feel sorry for nobody in a sense. But, dude, Mike Norvell, the hate and slander he gets, I hope they at least get that game. I mean, I will feel so bad for him if New Mexico State comes in there and whoops him.
Yeah.
They got Ashton Daniels from Auburn, who finished the year well for him. I mean, compared to Jackson Arnold, anybody looked well, like they were going to do well.
Ashton Daniels, though, he turned into a stud, so they got a good quarterback.
I wouldn't go that far. He played well. Yeah. He played well.
I'm telling you, the end of the season.
But they add him in. Dude, they have Wisner too.
Yeah, they got Wisner. Added him from Texas. No.
Who went to Kentucky?
From
Texas. Running back.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But, yeah, Quintravion Wisner. I mean, that's a big pickup.
How'd they get him? How did Florida State get what?
Dude, they're doing everything. You got to think, Mike Norvell's going down swinging.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, I really do feel like I don't want to give this game much thought. Florida State wins it.
Yeah.
And I hope they cover. I hope they do. But in Florida State fashion, they probably won't. They'll probably have win by 30 and go on the under.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take Florida State winning, but I believe in New Mexico State's defense to hold them under this line. So Florida State does not cover, but they do win. I'm gonna say by 14.
Low key, New Mexico State did get some transfers. Yeah, dude, it's late. But
anyway, Victor got a hold of you.
He did.
So I do believe in this New Mexico State holding them under that 31.5. line.
I really do agree with that.
But I do think Florida State wins this by 2 touchdowns.
Should.
We ready to get into the nitty gritty right here?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Break it down for us.
The blue collar game of the week, Memphis and UNLV. And it's at UNLV.
Yep.
UNLV is currently 5.5-point favorites on our boys in blue in Memphis. Just to break this down a little bit, I feel like UNLV has got the upper hand on paper, per se.
Yeah.
They have Dan Mullen. They have Jackson Arnold, which we just crapped on Jackson Arnold.
Alex Orji.
Yes.
Yeah, don't care.
I'm just kidding.
They have
I do care about him, though.
Was it Jaden Thomas, 1,000-yard rusher and 12 touchdowns. I mean, they have the pieces and they have the coach to go out there and win this game. I understand why they're favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Me, I'm looking at Memphis right now, and I think they have a lot of talent that is just unproven, though. It's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Aaron Nolan, a former high 4-star recruit, go to Ohio State, go to South Carolina. Marcus Stokes, West Florida guy, put up some numbers.
Yeah.
A Colorado guy, Dalen Hayden.
He came from Ohio State, another 5-star guy.
Then a Southern Miss transfer.
Yeah.
And they have a new head coach, Charles Huff. I think he came from Southern Miss as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of new for if they had Silverfield, if Memphis still had Silverfield, I'd be hammering Memphis all day. There's a lot of unknown. I think UNLV wins this game, and it hurts me to say that. Especially, I mean, Memphis hadn't even named a quarterback. They said it's a really close competition. I don't know if that means for the better or for the worse.
Was UNLV named a starter?
Yes, Jackson
Arnold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what everything's saying.
Yeah. And I think it should be Jackson Arnold. Like I said, I do think Alex Orji can come in here and maybe have some wildcat and run the ball for him.
Yeah, but that's just like garbage time.
Exactly, it is. But
short yardage.
So I see him having that aspect of the game. But I'm taking Memphis, and I really hope they start Aaron Noland. I just want to see him out here. Like he's a 5-star prospect, went 4-star. Okay, then went to Ohio State. Grayson made a good point. He'd never played, but he did practice against them.
You want to hear something crazy though? The only thing that's holding me up, I do think Stokes is going to win the battle.
Yeah.
That's just me. It's because he was at South Carolina last year. Lenore Sellers goes out against Vanderbilt. They move a wide receiver to quarterback.
Well, no. He was already playing quarterback, but he started off as wide receiver.
I don't care. He was an Ohio State transfer, a 4-star recruit, and he's not on the field, and you're playing a bum.
Yeah.
He's playing wide receiver for, you know what I'm saying? And you move him to quarterback. So, I mean, that's what I mean. I think it's going to be Stokes as your starter. I think Dallin Hayden is going to be a really good contributor for him. The only thing, like I said, the only thing that's kind of giving me with UNLV with the upper hand is I'm more comfortable with him. I think Jackson Arnold can, go back to the Auburn-Baylor game last year. We all thought, like, okay, he can't throw the ball, but, dude, he can contribute with his legs. You add that with Jaden Thomas and at a lower level of competition, I think he could maybe get back on track. And, I love Dan Mullen as a head coach.
I see your point. I see it.
I'm rooting for Memphis. Yeah. I hope I'm wrong. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm taking Memphis in an ugly game here. And let me give you my reasoning here. I really do. I'm a true Dallin Hayden believer. Like at Colorado, he was hurt in and out for the 2 years we had him, but he is an athletic runner. Like you can see the potential in him, and I think Memphis is a better, well-fit team to run the ball than Colorado was when he was there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
that's very fair.
So I see him playing a factor in this game, and I think he has the breakthrough mentality. Like he can break a play, and I think he will. I think we'll see it in this game. I think this will be.
Hope so. I really do.
I really think this will be a breakout game for Dallin Hayden and Memphis. So I'm taking Memphis to win this game.
First game under new head coach Charles Huff. Everything I've seen out of him, the press conferences, everything, I love what I'm seeing, dude. He said he was eating Subway like every day. He'd just go in and be like, "What's your sub of the day?" Like he's so bought in, wanting to build something here, and I'm really excited about Huff at Memphis. I think he's going to do great. I just think it's bigger for UNLV because you have Jackson Arnold trying to get back on track. Yeah. Like he has coming out with something to prove. Like he has a bad taste in his mouth. Dan Mullen. Yeah. Year 2 at UNLV. He gets ousted by Florida. They end up going Bill Napier, and it's absolute dog crap. Dan Mullen had him playing for a SEC championship with Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot to prove in this game for UNLV. There is. Same with Memphis, but more so. Yeah. The bigger picture.
The bigger picture is UNLV.
But I will say this game has huge Group of 6 playoff implications because I'm high on Memphis myself, but there's just too many question marks to flat out pick them. Yeah. And UNLV, like I said, I'm a big Dan Mullen guy. You can bring in Jackson Arnold. Hopefully he can fix his, lack of skill, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a huge – it's the blue-collar game of the week because the stakes are there.
Yeah. And the stakes are there, and week 0 games are always sloppy-ish.
Yeah.
Even you can go into week 1 games are sloppy-ish, but true week 0 games, like, they're so sloppy. It looks like kind of like scrimmages in a sense. You know what I mean? So, but like you said, I think this has big Group 6 implications, and I think Memphis is going to win this by a touchdown.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
And I hope they bring out the blue unis.
Dude, I hope the grays.
Nah, the blue.
Grays are pretty sick. I mean, but like, why does this UNLV train need to stop? Like, they've been rolling for the past 2 years. I mean, they were in the conference championship against Ashton.
I mean, think about their quarterback. Got hurt.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then they bring in that 25-year-old that could, like, it was just a free.
Nah, he was a stud. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, and I mean, they just bring in Jackson Arnold. Kind of the same situation. Kind of exactly the same situation. So it's like, why should the train stop now? I mean, I think UNLV probably beats them by. Honestly, I'll go another 2 touchdowns. I think UNLV wins by.
I think they cover. I mean, I don't think it's going to come down to a field goal. I think UNLV wins by a touchdown if they win. Yeah. But like I said, rooting for Memphis. I took a for the love of the game, for my fandom, I took North Carolina. Probably a reach.
That's a reach and a half.
Probably. We get 33rd NFL team. Remember that. Yeah. But I want to go with my gut and go with UNLV.
Yeah.
And my heart's telling me Memphis, but my mind's telling me UNLV, and it pains me to say it. Give me UNLV, and they're going to cover.
Okay.
But blue collar bet of the week. How would you parlay this?
I'm taking Memphis to win. So that means
that's your risk.
Yeah, Memphis. That's going to be my risk. I'm taking NC State to win.
Oh golly!
And then I'm taking USC to cover.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Win and
cover. And then I'm taking TCU to win and cover.
Okay. Blue collar bet of the week.
Yep. Set.
I think that loses hard. I think that's the worst bet you can make.
All right, what would be yours? Go ahead.
He just picked all underdogs.
Go ahead.
TCU and USC.
Go ahead. What would yours be? Spit it out.
Okay, so I'd go TCU.
Yes. To cover or no?
To cover.
7.5.
Well, I guess it doesn't. Just pick a winner, I guess.
Just go money line.
I'm going money. I've never been a big spread guy. I always go money line.
All right, so TCU.
San Jose State. USC. And then I'd go Virginia.
Okay.
I mean, because you just picked NC State and.
So you're going all favorites.
No.
So you're going to go Memphis?
Oh, God.
After that just big spiel about UNLV.
That's it.
He's not been the best gambler.
Yeah.
I've been dadgum near close, though.
Yeah, we'll call our gambling insider Lucas Hale.
Honestly,
I'm the gambling insider now.
Yeah, but I mean that sums it up. Like I said, super excited for week 0 college football. Ready to continue, and just a reminder.
Yeah,
we're dropping on Thursdays our college content. Yep. So every Thursday, tune in. Get ready. Get ready for your week with Blue Collar Sports.
And this is really just the tip of the iceberg right here. Like, we're just getting into it right now. Like week 0, the big games aren't there, but there are a few sneaky hitters. Yeah. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned for all of that and all of our college football stuff we produce. And
then also we have our NFL content coming out on Saturdays in the coming weeks.
Yep.
In the coming weeks. But anyways, make sure you like, subscribe. Let us know who you got. Let us know what bets you're placing. Let us know in the comments. We appreciate you guys. See you next time.
Yep.